Hey, Dennis here at Game Boards Unboxed, and today we are going to be doing an unboxing of Terraforming Mars. Super excited. I absolutely love this game, so let's go ahead and break down everything that comes inside of this box if you're interested in making a purchase for this. This is made from Stronghold Games, and this is anywhere from 1 to 5 players if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1 to 5 players, and it's kind of a long game, so absolutely love playing this. I've played it quite a few times, but let's go ahead and just kind of start talking about the actual box itself, because that's kind of what we do here, right? We talk a little bit about quality, we talk about inserts, we talk about all the little nitty-gritty stuff too. So just of course me giving you guys my honest thoughts on it. The box itself, love the artwork, by the way. Huge fan of Mars, so if anybody kind of knows me, anything to do with Mars I'm always really intrigued with, always love paying attention to. So I do like the cover art and like the box art itself overall. The actual material feels a little flimsy, just being honest with you, but overall not too shabby. So we'll put that right back over here, and now we're gonna go ahead and start going through all the little pieces that are here inside the game. So first and foremost, we're going to start with the rulebook, which currently I have here at the bottom. So this is the rulebook, pretty easy to read as far as all the information. There is quite a bit of rules sets to go through, so make sure you read all of that or watch some videos here on YouTube, so you guys can check those out. So of course, yeah, that rulebook. Then we have the actual mat itself, or the actual board, I should say. Let me open this up. So this is the board. So you can see the board right over here. It's pretty large, but it does kind of fold away, which is always a really good thing. So that way it kind of minimizes space altogether. I like the board. The really interesting thing about the board too is that there's a lot of like icons and little like details on there, where when you first open up the game, it really looks very confusing. And I'll show you the actual player boards too, because when you look at them, it seems so convoluted, but actually it's probably one of the best things I've ever seen when it comes to playing a game and actually being able to see what other people are playing without having to read the cards. Like, all the icons in the game do very well across the board. So that is a really cool thing about this. Next, we're going to go into the actual player boards. So these are going to be all the player boards right over here. There are, of course, 5 of them all in total. Just kind of like regular paper. There's some that I have that are not ruined, but have some like markings on them and like some water because people like spilled stuff around it. But anyways, this is going to be the player board overall. Again, just like I mentioned with the board, this looks so complex altogether, but once you start learning how the game works, this is actually some of the easiest ways to like play a game where it's really visual when it comes to having an understanding of what's going on across the board. But as far as quality, not my favorite. There are some stuff where you could buy online to kind of go through and actually like put either something over this to make it easier for your little cubes that I'll show you in a second to go on and not get like moved when the table gets bumped. Or they have some that are like wood, which I think it looks super cool too. So maybe one day I'll get one of those as well, because I really enjoy playing this. So again, that comes with 5 of them. And then let's go on to the next part over here, which are going to be the actual cards themselves. Now, I have them technically wrapped up in a rubber band and a hair tie right over there. But these are pretty much the majority of the cards here. And this is actually all the cards here in the game. So quite a bit of them. Some of them are the actual like corporation cards, which are the cards that each player gets. And then most of the other cards are the cards that you are going to be playing with. Across the board, they are regularly made, has information on one side, and then just the back side has an icon. Now, there are a few different styles of cards just based off of what you're playing. So you could see this right here is like the player card that they hold on to for the entire game, where this is kind of just a card that you get throughout the game. So they at least give you some distinguishing icons on the cards themselves on the back end, so you can have an idea of what is what. So let's put that down. And then the next thing we're going to be looking at here, if I go through here, are going to be the little white cubes right over here. So these little white cubes, you get 3 of them. They go on the game themselves, just based off of course, everything that needs to be set in place. But you get 3 of those, which is nice and necessary, I should say. And then you're going to get all the player cards, or player little cubes as well too. So we got yellow, we have blue, we have green, we have black, and it's kind of like a see-through black, which is cool. And then we have red as well. So those are going to be the 5 colors that are available inside the game for each player to be able to utilize. And then we have the actual money in the game too. These are actually really nice, to be honest with you. So let me load these out of the bag here. So there are 3 colors, and they're all like denominations as far as money goes. So this is a bronze. This is supposed to equal out 1 Mars buck, as I like to call it. Let me get the next one. So the next one is silver. It's a little bit bigger than the other one. So the size is also different too. This is silver, so this is 5 Mars bucks, as I like to call it. I think they have an official name, but I just go by Mars bucks because it sounds cooler. And then the last denomination right over here, these are gold, and also quite a bit bigger as well. And these are 10 Mars bucks altogether. So you got a decent amount for each one. You actually get a little bit less of the 5s than you do of the 10s, and of course the bronze, because the bronze gets used for a couple other things in the game. And then after that, I'll move these out. And then after that, we got the little tiles icons here. These go onto the actual board themselves. Most of these are going to be the 2-sided ones, so you're going to either have like the plants, and then you're going to have the cities, which of course in the game will give you some ideas of what that's supposed to be for. Then we got like some water tiles. These are decently made as far as quality goes. Doesn't seem like any of the art kind of like peels off, or you know, the wood gets like really damaged, at least not if water gets on it. But overall, you get a whole baggie full of them, which is obviously important to have in the game. Then you also get a little insert here too, which has some stuff for expansions. If you wanted to purchase any of the expansions, you could do that. And then this one didn't really have anything like super cool, because sometimes I get super excited about like little nuances in the game that come with it. But this one has a little token with the number 1 on it. So this is technically player number 1, and then it also kind of goes around the board, so you can determine whose turn is it as far as the first player's turn. And then also 2, it looks like Mars. All right, so now let's take a look at the insert of the game here. So this is the insert for Terraforming Mars. Now, there's a pro and a con. One, you could see it as a con, is the fact that it's not spaced out for everything to go into a certain slot. It literally just all goes in here, and you saw how much stuff is in here. It kind of slides across here all the time. There are some people that do sell some inserts here that you can place in here to be able to put everything neatly. I'll put a link in these show notes. You guys can check them out if you want to, as well as the wooden boards that I was talking about for players earlier. I'll have that linked down below too. But what I do like about this, and I'm a nerd for themes when it comes to this stuff. I have a friend that like really got into the themes of games, and he's got me excited about it too. But this has like a Mars theme to it, right? Like I think I can like take this away a little bit. You can kind of see here. That's just, you know, regular board game stuff. But like here, they made it look like Mars, and I love that. Like, I love when a theme goes like further past than just the game, but also like the components or the box itself. So this right here, I geek out over just because I think it looks really, really cool. But of course, overall, you know, like I said, the material for the outside of the box seems a little flimsy, to be honest with you. That if I don't take care of it very nicely, which of course I try to, that it can, you know, break down a little bit. Obviously, the back has all that regular information that you get with games. But of course, if you're interested in this game and you like all the components that come with this, I'll have a link in the show notes. You can check it out. Help support the channel so I can continue unboxing games for you guys as well. Now, if you enjoyed this unboxing and you'd like to see more, check out my next video right over here. My name is Dennis, and I will see you at the next unboxing.